So there's this, my account. You could see this video, 1 view. They're suppressing it, 4 views. So I guess the purchase of having American buyers, even though they're all tied to, Project 2025, I guess it really didn't make a difference. All I see, though, is a ton of Charlie Kirk videos. Yeah. I mean, so whoever was controlling TikTok prior to Oracle and all of those American buyers buying it, they're doing the same thing that was going on TikTok prior to every election, where all you were totally suppressed and all you saw were Charlie Kirk videos. So of course they're suppressing. So Project 2025, what good are you? Heritage Foundation, what good are you? You just want control over people. That's all you want. You're no different than the left. You're all the same people. And then there's this. Dennis Dean Kirk is a Project 2025 author. He was Trump's senior advisor at the Office of Personnel Management. So I guess that's just what it is now. It's whatever, although all these people are like the biggest hypocrites, and God knows it, that run around and, act like that Charlie Kirk was for free speech. No, he wasn't. He was only about his speech. he was. While average Americans were suppressed, while our First Amendment rights were trampled on all the time, his never were. I don't even know what to say. It's like not even worth getting angry about anymore. Because it doesn't matter who buys TikTok. It doesn't matter if it's Truth Social. They just control you. And so then that's when I go, it's like then I don't know who Trump is. This was supposed to be so great, right? That Americans were buying it. Yeah, Larry Ellison, you're not too great, are you? But then again, no, you can only talk about the saintly Charlie Kirk, and he was not a saint. But then Charlie Kirk was tied to Project 2025. So as far as this guy goes, it was a key figure associated with Project 2025. Of course, it's not going to tell you if he had a relation to Charlie Kirk, but Charlie Kirk was. They both, Project 2025 and Charlie Kirk, were one in the same. I mean, not one in the same, but were promoting the same things while they trample all over Americans' First Amendment rights. So don't act like that you're on some moral high ground when you're not Republicans. You're no different than the left. But yeah, there's no personal information about him. So this Project 2025 that's being implemented through the government, we don't get to know anything about their background. But God knew this would happen. God knew that wicked people like this. And here's the thing. This is how you know they're wicked, okay? Because a lot of people would say, oh, well, it's the powers and principalities behind them controlling them. No, with some of them, they know who they serve. Because, basic things like, clearly TikTok is now American owned and controlled. And yet all of those big time people that bought it are still suppressing Americans. That's wicked because you are violating Americans' rights. Everyday Americans. So Heritage Foundation, please don't act like you have a moral compass anymore. Any of you people that work at Project 2025, please don't act like you have one either. One day you will have to meet God, and believe me, no matter how much you lie to everybody in this world that you were doing what was best, God knows what you're doing. And He doesn't support it. And You have to face him one day. We all do. So he was the senior advisor in the Office of Personnel Management during the Trump administration. Kirk co-authored a chapter on central personnel agencies managing the bureaucracy as part of the Project 2025 policy guide known as the Mandate for Leadership, which outlines plans for a future conservative administration. What difference does it make? You're no different than the left. You'd think that if you really were God-fearing people, that you wouldn't do this stuff to people. But you're not God-fearing. You're playing God. He was also supposed to serve as chairman of the Merit Systems Protection Board, an agency that oversees protections for federal employees. Kirk played a role in the implementation of Schedule F, an executive order by Trump aimed at allowing the dismissal of many federal employees to replace them with loyalists at the Heritage Foundation and more Charlie Kirk people. Not God-fearing people, not people that respect our Constitution, not people that respect even God, in my opinion. Just more Charlie Kirk loyalists. Which is a significant part of the personal restructuring advocated by Project 2025. He has been featured in training videos for Project 2025 explaining federal government processes related to personnel and background checks. Oh, great. Overall, Dennis Dean Kirk is a senior official deeply involved in shaping the personnel and bureaucratic reforms promoted by Project 2025 with a strong background in federal personal management within the Trump administration. So, it's not even worth getting upset about. It's just not. Nobody will see your videos. Again, under Trump's administration, there's more suppression of average Americans than ever before. So, I know that none of these people will care. I know none of the White House will care. But one day you will, because one day, whether you think it's tomorrow or you have, another 50 years to live, you do have to meet that maker, and he will know exactly what you did to this country and to the American people.